road trip!
Sup, ballers? Today we're going down south, risking certain death, because I wanted a cheeseburger. But don't worry, because I have my mask. Because this is how you're supposed to wear it, right? This is the thing. Today's destination is Cookout, a privately owned fast food chain that specializes in all the basic foods you could want. Their menu has absolutely every college student's dream, from burgers to milkshakes, from pork sandwiches to quesadillas, at prices even homeless people can afford. There's just one slight problem. They're in the South. So for you to get your Cookout on, you'll have to pass by a lot of Confederate flags and coronavirus to get there. But once you get over that Mason-Dixon line, they're absolutely everywhere. They're almost as prominent as title loan places. Reading up on the history, thanks to Cookout's website for doing the heavy lifting here, they established their first location in Greensboro, North Carolina in 1989. Wait, I was born in 1989. They're the same age as me? Yeah, I'm 31. Sure, this isn't exactly how I expected life to be for me at this point. I'm overweight, I work a dead-end job, I only have 300 subscribers. But to now know that I am the same age as a fast food enterprise, I don't know what to think. Should I be ashamed of myself? They opened their 10th location in 1998, located in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and they were off and running, now operating 263 locations in 10 states. A Cookout opening in your town is a cause for celebration in the South, but I guess they don't have much to celebrate about except for college football, so I'll give them a pass. After you place your order, your food is received in styrofoam containers, and this is what you get. My apologies for the guerrilla-style videography, but since we're in a pandemic, I can't sit inside and eat this, and this is a road trip. With my order, I got fries and onion rings, a cheap pork sandwich that tastes remarkably better than it looks, hush puppies and fries, and a double cheeseburger that has definitely seen better days.
Had better days, Lois. Had better days.
There's also a quesadilla down here that looked like an uncooked tortilla, so I didn't bother to record it. There was one thing I did forget to record, and that was the drink cup. Every one of them has a Bible verse on the bottom, Proverbs 1:7. Proverbs 1:7. You know, I actually know this one, but it's going to require a little bit of help. Yes, I'm actually a Christian. Not only am I a Christian, but I went to a Methodist college. Let that one sink in. I am actually qualified to tell you about this. In the Old Testament, you'll find the book of Proverbs known for sayings of wisdom. In the most simplistic explanation I can provide, the introduction of Proverbs consists of advice to new followers of God, some of which can be found in the verse provided on the cup. Proverbs 1:7 states, "The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction." In context, there's often a fear that strikes the heart of new believers. They realize that all of their misdeeds have in fact been noted, and now they have to wonder if they too will die in a flood. A metaphorical flood, that is, since apparently we can't die in a flood now, and that's why we have rainbows. Maybe it's a warning, though. Maybe it's a subliminal way to keep their employees in line in concert with their one-strike policy. Oh yes! There's a one-strike policy at Cookout. You know how whenever you get hired, you have to fill out a bunch of paperwork, then you have to give them your ID and your social security card. But your ID won't come out of your fucking wallet for whatever reason. It just feels like it's glued in there. And then you can't fucking find your social security card anywhere. And your boss just tells you to bring it in the next day that you come into work, but you don't actually bring it because you haven't seen it in fucking years. And then the next day comes and you're hoping the boss isn't going to ask you about it, and they don't actually ask you about that. Well, during some point in all of that, they will actually make you sign the Karen Bill of Rights, saying that if you get one complaint, you are fired. For those of you who would like to see all of the Karens just go and run on a farm somewhere, you don't have to send them to a farm. Send them to a Cookout. They have actually made a place just for Karens. They can get anything their little black hearts desire. Karens, if you're watching this, go. Go. It's your home. That is where you're meant to be. All in all, Cookout is a pretty decent fast food chain. The gimmick of giving a mountain of cheap food to people with less than discerning taste buds for less than it would cost to cook at home has been a successful business model for Cookout. This place appeals to me as a consumer because I don't eat things like dog food flavored smoked tofu on a bed of quinoa and lentils. This place is for rednecks.
My definition of redneck, it is a glorious absence of sophistication.
And that's really the best way to describe the food, a glorious absence of sophistication. This is just plain old greasy cheap food, but it's damn good plain old greasy cheap food. Usually. I actually had a lot of fun making this video. I took some other shots that I ended up not using, so here they are in their raw, unedited glory. If you think this is something you'd like to see more of in the future, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and why don't you go ahead and just hit that like button while you're at it. And then leave a comment. You know, the stuff that I usually ask you to do. Do that.